Hello and welcome to another video. So today's video, the title is How to Become Obsessed with the Solutions. So this is an idea I had while I was writing the Royle Mindset book. So in it, I was saying we shouldn't become obsessed with our problems, but become obsessed with the solutions to the problems. And I think this is one of the mindset technique tricks that I think are really valuable and can really help people an awful lot. So the idea requires an example. So again, I use this example a lot. I know I could use better ones, but it's very straightforward. So the idea is the problem that you have is you are overweight. You are unhealthy, and this is a problem for you, and it's making you feel bad and depressed, as it rightly should, because naturally as humans, we just feel much better when we're healthy. So we could become obsessed with the problem. We could become obsessed with being overweight, feeling fat, feeling poor. We could become obsessed with that and we would feel very bad. I think we would feel that it's a constantly we'll be surrounded by negativity and poor emotion. My solution to this, or at least my idea to this, is to become obsessed with the solutions to this problem, and those solutions vary. I think it's much more motivation to become obsessed with going to the gym, becoming obsessed on learning about nutrition, learning about health, about exercise, learning about all these different things that you can strive towards. You can strive towards going to the gym. You can strive to becoming muscular, to lifting heavier weights. It's a competition. You can get better and better and better. It's something you become obsessed with. And a byproduct is becoming healthy, fit and lean. It's a byproduct of being obsessed with the right things. It's a completely different mindset. You're thinking completely differently. You're no longer thinking, I'm fat, I feel bad, I feel poor. You're thinking, I want to lift a heavier weight. I want to run longer, run faster, run harder. And if you set goals realistically, you'll be hitting those goals, you'll be getting there bit by bit. And before you know it, you'll be in a great place. Without any negative emotion, without any real trauma or problems. I mean, initially, yes, you need to realize you are fat, you need to realize what the problem is, you need to figure it out. But then you know it. No point dwelling on it, no point thinking of it every single day all the time. I mean, your body will actually never be 100% perfect, because there'll always be someone who looks slightly different or cooler or stronger or bigger or muscular. So, you'll never reach a perfect state. Nobody will, nobody can. But we can all strive for the solutions. We can all become obsessed with them, become excited, have motivation, inspiration, be excited by these things. I think it's a much better way to think about it, a much more fulfilling purpose. It gives you a purpose in life. Feeling obsessed with the problem isn't a purpose. I mean, it could be a purpose, but it's a horrible purpose. It's not healthy. It's not a good mindset to have. But being obsessed, I mean, like, it depends on what your problem is, but if it's a really big problem, becoming obsessed with the solutions, it's fantastic. It's like the only way to be, in my opinion. It really is the way to live. Someone who's obsessed with going to the gym, becoming fit, becoming strong, there's so little cons to that. I mean, I really can't think of any real cons to that situation. And yeah, some people might say, oh, but if you're in the gym all your life, you'll miss out on other experiences. Yeah, but I mean, until your problem's resolved, if the problem's a big enough issue, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just get it done, get the problem sorted out. Later on, you can do all those other things. If the problem is really so big, figure it out. Now, this theory applies to a lot of different things, basically anything. Your problem could be, I'm an alcoholic and I have a poor liver and I have all these issues. Or what is the solution? The solution is, filling your time with things where you should be, normally where you're drinking, you're now going to fill it with more meaningful things. You're going to fill it with things that give real meaning to your life. And that could be following your dreams. It could be getting better at sports. It could be being out and about, traveling, seeing the world. It could be finding a new purpose, finding something that you can really replace this vice with. I think once you really become obsessed with the solutions, you will learn, you will research, you will understand. You will learn that water is the best drink for you. You will understand why. You will learn so much about your body. You will learn so much about life. But if you're just obsessed with your problem, you won't. It's very narrow. You're not going to expand from it perhaps as easily as being obsessed with finding all the solutions. It's a little bit like, there's a bit of a, not sure how relevant this example is, but imagine if there was a patient, and this patient was ill, and this patient couldn't be helped by any doctor. Now, no doctor, no conventional doctor. Say they had some mad illness, nobody knew what the cure could be. So that patient has two options. One, become obsessed with their problem, feel very bad, feel like, oh, I am now this patient with this illness, it's who I am, it defines me. That's being obsessed with the problem. Or they become obsessed with the solution. What is the solution for my problem? What is it? Where is it? I will go anywhere to find it. I will travel the world, going to all the witch doctors and all the mad people around the world who have these ideas, and I will try them all, I will test them all, I will find a cure. I will do it. I will research on the internet, I will read books, I will talk to people, I will tell people about my journey, about what I'm trying to do, trying to find the solution. I will be obsessed with it. Who's going to be more likely to succeed? The person who's obsessed with the problem, or who's obsessed with finding the solution? Hopefully you understand this theory, hopefully you get the idea that it really becomes much easier to stay focused, to have motivation, to have drive, if you're more focused on lifting those heavier weights, if you're focused on running an extra mile, running it faster. It's a target, it's a goal, you can visualize it, you can grab it, it's always so close, you can just touch and reach it if you try a little bit harder. Compared to being obsessed with the problem, which, you know, you can't get that same drive, in my opinion. It's not the same thing. Now, you can use it as motivation, of course, but only while you're doing something to improve. You can only use motivation of being overweight when you're there running, when you're there cycling, when you're lifting weights, you're in the gym, you're hitting a punching bag, you're doing all these things. There's so many solutions, and you can just become obsessed with them. Let them be part of your life, rather than being obsessed with the problem, being stuck, not having the vision to expand your thinking. I think this theory, it's very groundbreaking stuff for some people if they've only ever thought about blaming other people for their problems. They've only ever thought that it's not my fault, I'm overweight, it's my genetics, it's the food I've been given. But they have to realize if they want to ever get better, that no one's going to do it for them. They, and only they, have to be obsessed with the solutions. It's only you. You have autonomy over yourself if you live in our modern world. There are no dictators in the 21st century in the modern West. There is no slave driver telling you what to do. Yeah, you could say maybe work is an example of slavery, but it really isn't, because you can earn money and you can get up and leave. You don't need to stay there. It's your choice at the end of the day. You have the autonomy. Only you can do it. So many people have gotten up, they've left, they've moved on, found a better life. The world is, the world is your oyster these days. You have the freedom to choose. The freedom to choose between being obsessed with your problems or being obsessed with your solutions. The solutions to the problem. At the end of the day, only you can decide. Only you can figure this out. And you will. Once you become obsessed with the solutions, once you've researched, once you've learned, once you've spoken to people who know about these things, once you believe for yourself that this is what you're going to do, you're going to figure it out, you're going to get there, and you will, bit by bit, step by step. You will set yourself goals. Whatever your problem is, you will find the solutions and you will be obsessed with them. Every single moment counts. Every single step forward counts, but also every step backwards. Every time you fall back into that train of thought, every time you prioritize poor thoughts, poor actions, every time you feed the monster, things will get worse. So it's important that you know that you are accountable. Only you, no one else. And once you know that you can make a difference, that you alone can do these things, then the world is your oyster. Because once you've learned that skill to prioritize, that skill to have discipline, that skill to do the right things, there's nothing you can't do. Nothing in the human realm of value that you cannot achieve. And with mindset, with health, and with success, you can really live the best life that anyone has ever lived on this earth. Your life. No one else can live it, only you can. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.